I've been awake for the last 24 hours programming. I'm tired. But the good news is we've got a brand new release of Central Control just in time for Christmas. Let's see what's new. Before we get into all the new features, let's take a look at what you've been doing with Central Control. Doug Ferguson sent in these great photos of his setup. He's using 2 Stream Decks and an X-Touch to control both vMix and his TriCaster. Here's a couple from TJ Thompson, a video in fact. He's set up with an X-Keys replay controller and an X-Touch that he's using to control a cloud instance of vMix. Really cool. And this is actually me on a show about a month ago. I'm using an X-Touch as well and a NewTek Live Control LC11 to again control, I think it was 3 cloud instances of vMix. Cloud production, it's the way forward. Now, let's get into what actually is new. Since the first version, we've had support for the Behringer X-Touch Compact, but I've always thought that we could do better. In 1.4, we have support for the X-Touch Universal. We can take advantage of all its features such as its VU meters, transport display, scribble strips, it's all there. You could use the VU meters to show live audio levels coming from a TriCaster or vMix, and the scribble strips can either be set manually or you can set them to dynamically show the level of a fader or the name of a channel. The transport display is also really useful for showing VTR timecode or instant replay timecode. Resolume's Arena is without doubt the most popular VJ software ever made. That is not up for discussion. I've used this on shows small and large and it's never let me down. We support it fully in Central Control 1.4, so you can use all your favorite devices to control it, be that a Stream Deck, an X-Keys, a NewTek LC11, or even, God forbid, voice commands. You can do it. Another application we've added support for is Showcat Artist. If you didn't know, this is a lighting controller that's really popular in the nightclub scene. In fact, I used to use this in a past life to control the lights in my club. Using it with Central Control means you can use a device like a Stream Deck to fire cues with automatic key labeling. This provides the ideal interface to give to someone that might not quite know what they're doing. A long-standing feature request has been the ability to have buttons that do one thing the first time they're pressed and then something else the second time. With the toggle button device, you can. This gives you 32 pairs of virtual buttons. Why pairs? One is the A button, this is what happens the first time it's pressed, and the other is the B, this happens the second time. And then it goes back to A, then back to B. You get the idea. Map some commands to the A and then some to the B, and then just keep pressing the button and you can toggle away to your heart's content. This next device might not sound exciting, but believe me, it's useful. The system device allows control of simple Windows functions such as opening and closing processes, focusing windows, all from Central Control. Where this really shines is its virtual button that fires on Central Control startup. This means you could set up a startup sequence that opens all the programs you need for your show, focuses the right window, sets up your show how you need it. There are 8 other new devices and countless improvements that I haven't had time to mention. But for now I want to switch gears and talk about something else. Today not only marks the announcement of Central Control 1.4, but also the Central Control Professional Services Division. Have you got a project and you think we might be able to help integrating X piece of hardware into Y piece of software, so on and so forth? Well, that's exactly what the Central Control Professional Services Division is here to help you do. Whether you need to control 100 instances of Zoom running in the cloud, or you just want to control your kettle from a Stream Deck, we've got you covered. We caught up with Jeff Keithley to talk about his experience of working with the Central Control Professional Services Division.
Hey Joe, Jeff Keithley from Pizzazz and Live Sports here. Just wanted to reach out and send you a message and say thank you. A huge thank you to you and your Professional Services Division. It was phenomenal getting the service from you and that solution that we talked about that at the very last minute. Growing from 100 virtual machines to 150 it was impossible to be able to do what we needed to do so quickly. Turning them over, being the backups that they needed to be. Your module just perfectly solved everything we had to do. We had just 2 buttons that we could press and actually do everything that we need to do would normally take us 20 or 25 minutes. It took us seconds. And I just can't believe that you were able to turn it around. You and your team were able to turn it around so fast. So feel free to use this as a testimonial if you want to, but man, fantastic service. Appreciate the quick turnaround and everything that you do. Just keep on keeping on. Whether it's anybody out there is looking for a module just for controlling 150 Zoom machines like we were, or if you're looking for something to start some dirty water kettle tea thing that some people like to use, it doesn't matter. Highly recommend the Central Control Professional Services Division. Highly recommend.
If you've got a project that you think we can help with, email joe@centralcontrol.io for more information. Whatever you celebrate this time of year, I hope you have a good one. It's been a great year for us, and I can't wait to speak to you next year. We've got some big things planned. See you later.